Alrighty, hello Stardusted Souls. I I have missed you, and let me shut this door because my partner is asleep. But also, excuse that I look crazy. I came home at 4 in the morning because I was doing lots of running around yesterday. So today, I want to give you guys a tour of my meditation room. Um, I have posted this on Facebook and everyone was very interested in it. So I figured I'd give you guys a little tour about what's in here, why I have these things, and maybe this can help you while you're making your meditation room or meditation area. You don't need a meditation room to meditate. You literally just need, if you watch my other video, you'll notice that my altar was basically inside of my in front of my kitchen and in between where my bathroom was. So people would walk by all the time. And I really didn't have any privacy, so I wound up just putting a curtain there. So let's get started. Yes. I have a pocket door when I come in the room. Okay, so here we go. Here's what it looks like from the hallway. My stepson used to be in this room, and we haven't, and he just moved to the bigger room because he's too big now. But there's some things we do want to do to the actual physical room, but in the meantime, I just don't have the time, which is like the floors and do painting and stuff. So for right now, this is just kind of like a put together um, facelift. Not so much like a complete makeover, but just like a facelift. So let's get started. So as we come into the room, the first thing we notice is that I have a little wooden thing here. This is an elephant. Is an antique elephant. I love elephants, and I got him and many other elephants. And it might be too dark, but there's some carvings on the side and like some inlays in the wood. And there's carvings on the side. So I'm trying to see if I can get a hold of that. Little feet. He is multi-purpose. He is a multi-purpose elephant. Everything in here has to have a use. I'm trying to unblur this. All right, there we go. So I use him doubling as a when I do my yoga, that little lip right of him, and then I kind of just move him over here, and then he's just my table. He's my table. So he is multi-purpose. And over the corner, we have the microphone. I love microphones. I sing, and I love music. And also, I feel like this is a good symbolism for communicating. My walls really need to be painted again. My stepson just moved out of this room, and it's time, but I just haven't had the time, and that was basically the plan for this summer. And then you see my wall. This is integrated therapies and where to work in the body to remove the bad feelings for good feelings. And this is the kids chart. It was just an extra chart, and I just put it up. I felt like since my stepson also uses this room, if he needed some guidance or to be reminded, he has it right there. Oh, wannabe agate slices on my wall. They're little hooks. And those are my little cleaning things for this particular room. I don't use those cleaning things for any other part of the house. Just this room. It's very important to keep your meditation space clean. They say that your altar is the reflection of your soul. So if your altar is dusty, then obviously there's some work that has to be done within. Okay, so we're coming now to my altar area, and this is what you would have seen in my all my other videos is this altar downstairs in the hallway in between my kitchen and my bathroom. This is a trunk. It is an antique trunk. I am a big collector of things, and my house kind of looks like a museum. I hear all the time when friends come over that the house does look like a museum. So I really do like to pick things that I love antiquated things. I love things with history. I love especially repurposing other things. So let's go ahead and take a look on this side. And this is also where I'm going to be filming my YouTube videos from now on too. So again, this has to be a very multifunctional space. And I just got picked up by a network to do a podcast. If you haven't added me on Facebook or liked me on Facebook, my page is Apollo's Claimed One. That's my page. And I have a show called Divine Encounters there. So network actually picked that up and it's going to go into podcast. So I will be doing filming and recording in here. Alright, so let's see what we got on my altar. I have a lot of things on my altar. I just got back from Brazil and I manifested a trip to Brazil. And what these little cards are on here is the entities from John of God. And John of God is a worldwide famous medium. He's even been on Oprah, and Oprah did a healing for him. So you can Google him, and there's documentaries on him. And he works with entities. So he's a medium. And what happens is that these entities are incorporated into him. So basically, his consciousness as Zhao, which is his name, steps aside, and then the entity enters in his body. And a lot of the entities have been surgeons or healers, or made a commitment to help him after their passing, or they've come to him to tell them that they wanted to help him with this healing mission. And basically, as he's incorporated, he does a healing for you. He doesn't charge anything either. So if you go to Brazil, you get this healing done for him for free. You just have to pay for your hotel and your flight and all that stuff. So I just went there on a 2-week retreat, and it was amazing. And if you want to know more John of God, I saw him last year, and I have videos about my experience seeing him last year in New York. Except this time I went to Brazil because I had a really strong feeling he wasn't coming back to the States, and when I got there, I was right, and I'm glad we went. And I'll express some stories to you in another video. There has been many miracles. It's been about 49 days since I've been back. All right, so let's see what's here. All right, so we'll start from the top. I had my vision board up there. You see a little piece of tape there still, but it kept falling off because of ceiling fan air. So this triangle here is a John of God triangle. And triangles are the most stable structure in all of sacred geometry. So they're very important because they're very strong, okay? In addition to that, they are considered portals to other dimensions. And you may think that might be, well, what do you mean a portal to another dimension? Well, everything has a numerical frequency. And it just so happens that a triangle creates the frequency of accessing interdimensional traveling. But for this particular triangle, which is I would say like a medium-sized one, I have an extra large one at my nonprofit organization, Howl, HOWL, which is basically where I spend all of my time and energy giving back to my community. And that one's an extra large one, but this is like I would say like a medium small, and they call them prayer triangles. You essentially write your intention on a piece of paper with the name and the birthday of the person, and then you kind of just slide it into the slab of the triangle, and then you would put your hands basically like one hand here, one hand there, and then you put your head in the middle, and you send your prayer up or your intention, whatever you want to manifest, and it goes and it manifests. I have another one of those little agate slice things. And what I have on here, we see it's like the color wheel, the Native American element color wheel. And this was gifted to me by a friend of mine named Michael, and his friend, uh, we'll just call him Redford, was a part of a Native American tribe. He was a Native American tribesman, and unfortunately, he passed. So he had come to me and delivered a message to Michael on his behalf. And at his funeral, this was something that Redford had actually made, and he always carried it with him every single place he went. It was always with him, and this was bestowed to me as a gratitude for that was very significant for Michael. So I'm very humbled to have such a beautiful gift. This is a porcelain dragon face. I could not tell you where it's from. Chip, I purchased it from the auction in that way. And then, of course, we have the moon and the sun. The moon came from Five Below, and the sun was a gift. And of course, you know I am the Oracle of Apollo, so the sun is my deity. But of course, we always need balance, so we have the moon. And I also work with the moon very closely. Celine, the moon goddess. Okay, so let's check out my first shelf. So I'll just call this like my working shelf. I put many things on here. And we can see from right here, this is like basically all my recording equipment. You see my tripod, which I need a tripod for my iPad because I've been filming on my iPad since my phone is currently broken. Somehow when I go live on my phone, it doesn't record audio. And all of the settings are appropriate. I've had many people look at it, and it's just something is wrong with the microphone, that I think it's loose or something, because even when I'm just on speaker, it doesn't work. So something's wrong with my microphone in my phone. Anywho, so what we got here? We have this Moano, really awesome tripod. I'm going to show you. It has like quite a bit of features. Actually, I'm going to just put this iPad down, and then I'm going to flip over. Alright, that's good. So, the Moano tripod, it's actually considered a selfie stick. And then you can just place your phone here. This does rotate 360 degrees for whatever it is you're trying to capture. So you can use it as your selfie stick, as you can see. Okay? But then when you're using it for filming, you just bring that telescoping tube back down, and then the legs open, and then you can kind of just place it. But the cool thing about this is that it has a Bluetooth remote that charges, and this way you can just take your photo from a distance or start your video from a distance, which is, I feel, very convenient. This has a setting where you can change it, so you can actually have the phone like facing down. I guess if I'm doing like a henna or something and I wanted to go live and do a henna on the hand, this works pretty well, because then you have the phone facing downward. And then it's really compact, and it just folds away super, well, you want to put this in the back of it, super nicely, and just kind of stores like this. Really nice. And the USB on here is just like a normal Android mini USB, so you already have a plug for it if you were to lose the plug that it came with, although the plug that it came with is like tiny. Okay, so there's that. Then I have my Skull Candy headphones, and this is something new. I just purchased this microphone, the Meteorite, Samson Meteorite. I read good reviews about it. I'm going to try it out for a while just for the podcasting. I really would love to do ASMR videos since I do meditations every week anyways, but I just can't get that Yeti microphone just yet. I'm not technologically savvy when it comes to those kinds of things, so baby steps and everything. So when we look this way, might as well show you the rest of the recording equipment. You see that I have this huge long fluorescent light, and I see everybody with these ring lights on YouTube. I got this large fluorescent light for $5 at a flea market. Both of the tubes were working, and I know from this angle it kind of just like, whoa, you have that in your meditation room, and it looks really awkward. And in my videos I would shoot downstairs, this really helped me with my lighting, and it made perfect lighting. And if I feel like if the lighting was too bright, which I haven't taken it out yet, because I basically just finished this room today. Um, I would just put paper towels in the front of it to kind of diffuse it. That's a trick that I learned as a tattoo artist. You know, lighting is very important when you're tattooing. Shadows are created, and it can be difficult to see. And then behind this little wizard that I've had since I was like 12, maybe even older, I have like another bulb clip-on light that I can use. So, but when you're in this position over here, you can't see those lights. So when I'm meditating, which is, you know, there, you know, my eye does never goes to focus on those lights. So it doesn't distract me at all, and I don't feel like there's like clutter or anything. That's why I have these little branches there, very cleverly disguising that for myself, for my view. Because you don't want to think about work when you're trying to relax. And this is a multi-purpose space. So, you know, that's pretty. Sorry about that, disconnected. I'm getting this business to a point where I can just not walk away from it, but maybe take a step back and continue to pursue other things, because I was divinely guided to open my business and my nonprofit organization, and it's blossomed. It's huge and it's amazing and wonderful. But universe wants me to go to India, and you've heard me say that in a few other videos, and they want me to leave at the end of this year. I don't have any funding for that. So I'm not worried about it because it's gonna happen. You know, it always does. Like, just period. Okay, what else we got up here? You know, I really thought this video was gonna be much shorter, but it is what it is. Okay, so I have my oil lamp here. This I got as a gift through someone else who had it since they were little and then had no use for it. So they never used it. They kind of just had it for decoration. I'm sure many people would have just did the same thing. I put oil in here. Not like any, I just put like regular cooking oil in there. There's different oils. You can go online and type in auspicious oils, and they'll give you a list of like good luck oils, and like they're just cooking oil. Then you buy a little pack of these little cotton balls, and they have like a little taper at the end. Although this one's no good because it's been sitting here and it's been soaking so long that it gets like slimy a little bit. But the thing about I like about this a lot is that I'm wasting so much less because there's no glass to throw away. There's the packaging this comes in is just like a piece of cardboard, and like I got like maybe 100 of these little flints for like $2, and these little flints last me months, like literally months, and then I'll throw it away, and all I'm throwing away is 100% cotton, and I think that's amazing. As opposed to like always buying a candle. This candle has lasted me quite some time. I only light it here and there, so eucalyptus. But I very rarely buy candles. Period. Just period. I just go with my oil lamp, and that's it. We have my box for incense here. Although I don't think I actually have any incense inside of the box right now. No, okay. I don't have any incense inside the box right now. They're all downstairs in my china cabinet. But I keep my sage in this box as well. You put the little incense in. It comes out of the little holes at the top where you don't have to close it at all. It's a preference. So up here we have some loose sage. I have over in this corner. The little brown bags tobacco. And some more. And then there's some more sage back there. So here's some tobacco. I think I got this. It was buy one, get one free. I always buy the same pack. Yeah, see, buy one, get one free. And I think they're like $3. And I use tobacco as an offering. So like if I'm gonna go hiking, which I do, I don't know, I do like almost every week. And even though I don't live in particularly in an area where you would assume there was hiking, because I live in Philadelphia, and we're not in a mount. We're like in a city, a very big city. So you just gotta find ways um, to find nature. But I find it. So I take a little bit of tobacco, and when I'm going hiking, right before I enter the forest or the park or the trail or whatever have you, I sprinkle a little tobacco on the floor as an offering to all of the spirits and elementals and fairies and guides that are in that particular region as a thank you for having this beautiful nature and for protecting it and for it being there for me to use. So yeah, that's always a good thank you. I carry a little bag. Let me see if I have the little bag. It might be in my work stuff. Oh, here it is. Okay, hold on. So just carry like a little pouch. This little pouch right here. It's from Scentbird, but we reused it for tobacco. So there's some tobacco in here, and I take this little pouch and just a little. And they really like it, and you feel the energy change because they're thankful that you're honoring them in that way. Okay, I'll show you close-ups of the entities. So you might want to work with any of them, or if you feel like drawn to them, that's Ray David. Ray David, Serapis Bay. Sorry if this is like not really focusing. iPad doesn't have like the best camera. Confucio. This is Saint Germain again. Trying to get no shadow there. And that one is San Francisco Xavier. Jose Penteado. Irma Sheila. Padre Pio. There's actually a shrine to Padre Pio 45 minutes away from my house, which we're taking what's that called? Not a school trip, but you know how we're gonna basically take a field trip with everybody from the community center and go visit it next month. Master Hilarion. He has really cool eyes. Let me just see if you can catch that. Yeah. St. Peregrine and Dr. Oswaldo Cruz. And then that one is Euripides over there in that corner. Underneath of here, you're going to see I actually have some thing here. This is from Mexico. It's from where the Aztecs are. This is actually made of bark. And this was a gift from one of my clients who went to Mexico recently. And she brought this back. She thought it was really special. This is all masculine energy, with the sun being present there. And it's very thin, but it's very nice. And it's under the glass protected. And then since I don't have a picture of my guru, although realistically I should, I just wrote his name down. If you don't have a picture of a certain deity that you want to work with, angel, whatever, don't worry about it. Just write their name down. They'll get it. And then in here we have a picture of me and Kitala. You would have seen Kitala in all my other videos, in every single video. And she might have even annoyed you in some of my videos. She was my best friend for 15 years. And I loved her dearly. And unfortunately, recently, I haven't even brought this up in any other video yet. And I definitely don't look that big anymore. But she passed. And I was going to make a video about it, but I just never did. It was just, there was so much transitioning happening at once. This is her hair. Maybe some people think it's weird that I asked the vet to keep some of her hair. But like when I was really upset, like right after her passing, which I'm still upset. I loved her for 15 years and she's my best friend and we literally did everything together. I would just like kind of like rub it a little bit like that just to kind of, I guess, feel present with her. Some people, everybody has their own way, and that's just my way. This is my new blessing bowl happening right now. So there's some monies in here. This is the monies I'm collecting towards India already. I'm gonna maybe make a GoFundMe or do something where I can do exchanges for that. This is a joy stone. I attuned it to very high frequency to help with manifesting. And this is Hermes. He's the Greek messenger god. I work with him very closely as well. He is the fastest of all the Olympian gods, said of fastest of all the gods in general, and he is the only god that can go from Mount Olympus down into the underworld, into Hades, and come back at his will and whim. He is the god of boundaries, travelers, merchants, protection. He's also a trickster god, so he likes to give you riddles when he's giving you messages, and you kind of gotta like figure it out because it amuses him. And that's pretty much it. Which it kind of reminds me of my boyfriend because he is very trickster. My boyfriend, like, I don't want to say mischievous because I feel like people will have a negative connotation to that. My life partner, Doug, he was a wood nymph in his past life, and he's been a nymph for 7 years. I mean, 7 lifetimes. And so he is very trickster like, and very high energy Sagittarius. Okay. So that's basically what's on my altar. And then I got this really nice scarf underneath. I think it's like a name brand scarf. Um, oh, there we go. It is the name brand scarf. And I found this scarf. Looked it up online. It was like a $70 scarf. But I found it. And so, yeah. If you guys want me to make a video about the loss of my dog and how I coped with that and what I did during that time, I would be more than happy to explain what I did to that time to lovingly accept her loss. Um, I understand she is a dog, but she was, and we never were separated ever. So yeah. So here's my floor carpet. This carpet is also an antique. Um, this is from my life partner's grandmom's house. She recently moved out of the state, and she gave this really pretty carpet. Although when she offered it to us, I really had no use for it because of the size. It's kind of like it's really a small carpet, and I just didn't have anywhere that it fit in like the rest of the house because